generally had to check to see if a privated video shows the channel, which it doesn't. So I'm like safe to say anything without having to like worry about the people from memories. I'm trying to get over it. And I like halfway succeeded so far, which is like good because it's like very good progress. Because at the moment I'm still kind of hurt, but like when I first left, I was just super hurt. Like I had heartbreak, and it was kind of weird because I haven't felt heartbreak in a while, and over a block game, no less. It was whatever. Anyway, um, well, I think the part that hurt the most was kind of realizing that no one cared. But like, I mean, it's understandable because like I don't know anyone, no one knows me. But like, still, you know. Um, and I guess also like the thing that like immediately preceded all of this bad drama stuff was like a really good, enjoyable time. And so really like back to back, it was really good time and then horrible drama. And the horrible drama like just actually completely outweighs the good stuff because it makes it so that no good stuff will ever happen ever again. And knowing that is like, okay, well, if I will never experience the joys of yesterday tomorrow or any morrow because some random person just made up a bunch of shit and no one actually cares enough to like, then why would I like? It was hard, but like I'm getting over it, and it's actually all I can ask for. Um, there's like a gist, and it's a bit long, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Like I'm not upset at myself. I guess it's just more of a I'm upset at reality. Because I thought that if I just recorded everything, then nothing like what happened would happen. But of course, it did happen. And the recording weirdly didn't do anything despite it proving everything wrong. And like they almost got it with like the threatening stuff, but um weirdly they don't know how reality works, or actually no, they do know. They're just like willfully just being obstinate about it. And essentially it goes like this. If I think in my head, ah, uh, I'm gonna destroy the village if 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 you squeak or something. I don't know. If I think that isn't me threatening someone, because from the perspective of that person, I'm not saying anything. We're just generally having a regular conversation. But if I were to tell that person, yo, I'm gonna burn down, like, that's whatever. And I should have low key realized this a lot sooner, but no one like cares. And not like they don't care in general, they just don't particularly care for like anything in regards to me. Which, as I said before, like, yeah, it makes, like, I don't know them, they don't know me. But it doesn't change that, like, it still kind of hurts. Because I was one of the last people who found out of all the accusations and stuff. Which that should have been, like, that's like the strongest hint. That basically everyone heard all of this, heard that I went around the north houses stealing stuff and threatening people and stuff. And none of them actually like said anything about it to me, the one being accused. It wasn't until I went to my house leader to like learn more about the cocoa bean incident. So I was like, I wonder if that was resolved yet. Because like a lot can happen in a short time. And then he took me to his private residence when he was like, he dropped the bomb of like, yeah, so uh, everyone thinks that you like did all this, blah 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 blah, and it was just kind of like not even just kind of surprising. Like I was just flabbergasted, uh, especially because it was actually a really nice time, and I got to like the city was beautiful, and I got to interact with people along the way there. And I saw the person from the Discord who did like the figurine stuff, and it was just like generally a nice time. I really liked it. And so to find out that all of this was being said, it was like, so everyone thinks I'm a murderer. Not murderer, but like everyone thinks I'm a thief that's just like threatening to murder people and stuff. Well, thankfully, I literally record everything because I'm paranoid some shit like this would happen. And I guess the people reviewing the recording didn't think to check to see when I'm muted and talking to myself and when I'm not muted. Because I did like say a lot of like generally kind of bad things. But when I'm muted. And so I'm basically thinking to myself, but thinking to myself out loud. But, muted. So to them, they don't hear any of that stuff. They just like regular conversation. But of course, like no one really actually cares. No one actually cares if I'm the one who stole anything. I mean, I even like messaged the mod person when I first learned about this because I was like, "Oh, by the way, like outside of character, I'm not the one who did the stealing or anything like that. Like not for like I want to make sure that you know that I didn't break any server rules." And then the mod person was like, "One, don't message me." I was like, "Yeah, yeah." Like in retrospect, I can't really care about whether you want to be messaged. Like you're the mod, sucks. Uh, and then two, people want your head. And it's like I didn't do anything. It's like oh they think you did though. And me and Turtles, who's like the other mod guy, we know who actually did it. And that was like the end of the interaction. It's like okay, so you know I'm innocent for sure. But you're just letting the RP play out. And then I talked to the king, so it's low-key like really uncomfortable to just have everyone think I'm a thief and stuff. And I need this dealt with prompto. So I messaged the king person and he was kind of a dick about it, which was already like, woof. And you're the person. I didn't say this, of course, but it's like you're the person who's gonna be like overseeing the trial, and you're already being this much of a dick beforehand. Okay, I mean it might just be my brain having wires crossed and like interpreting ill intent when it's not there, but generally from what I understood, especially with like the sincerely blah 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 blah. It just seemed very demeaning and like a weird, not even a weird, it's just like a non-seriousness to the situation. Like, ah, yeah, buddy, okay. And of course, not even of course, like why would I even assume that the evidence, the immutable evidence that proves every single thing that they're accusing me of is just wrong? Why would I even like why would I assume that of course that's just wouldn't be good evidence? It didn't even cross my mind. It was really uncomfortable knowing that everyone thought of me in such a way, despite me not actually doing any of the things. But I at least thought, okay, well, I have like the actual just video. And yeah, sure, in the video you hear me like saying threatening stuff, but in the video you see that I'm muted. Like, I didn't really think that thought crimes weren't allowed, but apparently, based off, and they didn't know, like, they think I'm just threatening people, but they don't like actually check the video close enough to see, oh, he's muted, so he's actually not threatening anyone. Like, I don't know, it's whatever. It's already over. I just need to like kind of vent a bit and then figure out, you know, what I'm gonna do next. And then I guess another part is that like no one, another part that hurt and it really like sank in that it's not really a place for me. So I've been for a week, and for about 8 hours a day, I'm on the server every day. So like more than a full-time job. And it wasn't, for the most part, like 5 days. It was just me being alone on an island, not talking to anyone. It might as well have just been single player. And then the 6th day was the shit with the Costradine or whatever, when I saw the trade. It was whatever, it doesn't matter. The 6th day is when I went to and from Locke and saw like a few villages along the way, and it was actually really nice. I really enjoyed it, and it was really nice, and I loved it. But then the bean stuff happened, and I was like, okay, well, I have to go back now. I was planning on taking a break because basically for 5 days straight, basically a full work week, I've just been like just doing tedious shit in the game, and like now I'm gonna go on a vacation in Locke and see the winter and interact with people and stuff, but no. So I go all the way back. And then I tell the leader guy, and I did good, you know. I was loyal to the house. I told my leader about a plot to steal his golden goose, basically, and it would have been good. And then today, the 7th day, I was doing stuff at my base, and I was like, you know what, I wonder if like that cocoa bean incident was taken care of already. To where I traveled to the home base to talk to the leader, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, so everyone thinks you did all this stuff, and it's like, oh, literally the first I'm hearing of it. And then like the more I interact with people, it's like, oh, everyone else knew already, but me. That's kind of weird. But I guess. And then like I tried to like, appeal to the Pie King of like, oh, also like you could like have a dream or something in game that shows you this, but like I have video proof I didn't do any of this stuff, but that also doesn't matter. Like, they don't even care to look at it closely enough to like figure out that I literally didn't do anything they're accusing me of. So, yeah, I can't have an enjoyable experience in the game again because what used to be, oh, I get to visit, I get to visit villages and stuff instead of being alone on an island. I get to interact with people and it's like nice seeing all these buildings and blah blah blah, and seeing the trader peddling his goods and stuff, and it's awesome. But now, literally everyone in the game thinks I'm a no good thief, evil person. That's like, I'm not gonna get that again. And the thing that was gonna clear my name, like the indisputable proof, where if you just actually like looked at it and paid attention, you'd actually see, oh, literally everything that was accused is just a lie. But no, the person accusing me is a noble and I'm a commoner. What good is my proof, even if it's just actual proof? And like the thing that really hurt, because like I already left the server and I was like, oh, because it was still on my mind and I was already generally hurting. And I cried a bit, but then I was like, okay, well, what do I do from here? And then I remember the whole everything's a story bit. It's like, okay, so what's a lesson I can get from this? And I was thinking and I was thinking, and I don't remember the exact line of thought, but eventually got to, I should, like, if I'm gonna play on a multiplayer server instead of single player, I should actually, like, play with other people instead of spending most of the time alone. Because maybe if I spent more time with people, I would have actually made a friend or someone, or at least someone who's actually, like, willing to, like, speak up for me. Because if it's just me going, yo, this is like unfair, and this is like messing up my experience, like completely fucking it over, just because some random ass guy I've never met needs some pretext to launch a war, but now I'm the scapegoat. And it's like fucked up. The mods aren't gonna do anything. The High King doesn't give two shits. Like, no one even cares to actually check the evidence closely enough, but it's whatever. Uh, Maybe I would actually have someone else to defend me, but I don't. So there was the Mushka guy, but his extent of helping is, well, I'm like the owner of Erin, and you're like a commoner of Erin, and you kind of fucking up. You having all this shit blamed on you is taking away my privileges as the right hand of the king. And so I need to like clear your name because by proxy that clears my name. But also I saw how he handled the thing with Braddock and William, so yeah, nah. And so yeah, no. And like even explaining it to like one person who I didn't like, I just met like an hour or something before I quit. It was just like no one actually cares. No one even cared enough to tell me about the rumors until like I went searching. And I wasn't even searching for rumors. It was just like, oh, what happened to the Coco stuff? Was that resolved? Just like, oh yeah, no. Uh it's whatever. It's just, I know it sucks because I like the place a lot. I mean, I like the place enough to spend 8 hours every day on there, but it's gonna. It's, I mean, it's fairly obvious to see it's gonna turn into a place that I'm not gonna like. If the king is kind of a jerk and also unfair, like being a jerk is one thing, but like being presented with the truth and being like, yeah, nah, is another thing. And they're both bad, but one's worse than the other. And the mods not caring, despite also knowing the truth, is also just like, wow, so literally no one is for me. Like, Mushka is for himself. Like, if throwing me under the bus would immediately clear his name, then yeah. Um, so yeah. I did enjoy terraforming though. That was nice. I was gonna help out Thorosmund or whatever, do the retaining wall for the castle, but I left before getting all the cobblestone. Because at the time, it was like, okay, well, let me like finish the projects I'm currently doing, and then I'm just gonna leave until like the trial happens, and then after the trial, because I'm not gonna go. I'm like, why would I go to a trial where I'm just gonna sit there while a bunch of people be like, oh, you're guilty, and it's like, here's the proof that I'm not guilty. Oh, I'm not really gonna look at that. And it's like, okay, well, that's on you. You're fucking up my. It's whatever. I need to get over it like fast, and I'm already kind of halfway over it. I feel a lot better on the matter than I did like 15 or something minutes ago, by like leaps and bounds. So hopefully, like by the end of the day, it will like just be over. The day's not over until the day's not over. And today's a bad day, so when today is over, it's gonna be awesome. I guess like the next step is the next server. And I'm low-key not even feeling like this generally just left like a bad taste in my mouth. And so I think I'll just hold off on Vintage Story until there's an update. Yeah, I think that'd be what's best. Like I join another server and then what? I build a base. Do the same thing before of just my inherent like that's the thing. Being an isolationist in Minecraft, really easy. You literally just live in a bunker underground. But I almost put tetraforming. In Vintage Story, way harder. So low key, I mean, I did join Vintage Story because of like the boat update, which was like the recent-ish one. Like, oh, boats are added, and I fucking love boats. Let me get this game. But low key, it takes. I mean, it didn't take a lot of time in of itself, but like the server I was on, like ate literally a third of my time. Like in the past week, I would have spent 52 hours just in that server, just doing stuff. And 52 hours for what? Bad experience. It sucks that one person was just able to fuck everything up arbitrarily. And that's the thing. This person, they didn't hear me say any threats because literally no one heard me say any threats because I literally didn't threaten anyone. I was saying shit to myself, but I was muted. So no one heard any threats. And I didn't steal anything. And I literally canceled my vacation immediately so that I can solve the cocoa. Well, not me, but like the cocoa problem would be dealt with, and no war or anything would happen because just one commoner trying to convince another commoner to do stuff. But since it didn't work, it should just end pretty quickly. No war or anything. But no, one person just went, yeah, no, this guy, he like stole a bunch of stuff and was like threatening people and stuff. And I'm just not gonna deal with that. Like, thanks, random person, kind of an asshole, just to fuck up my shit. It's weird because like it's me. But I guess also thanks because you illustrated how no one on the server has my back. like to a troubling extent of like not just no one in the house or people I interacted with or people I do things for, but like no one. Like not the people of authority and in game and outer game, just like no one. And it's so weird because like I do a good amount of stuff for other people in the server, but even they didn't care. So yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. So I can actually thank you for that. Yeah, you kind of ruined everything for me, but it was taking a lot of my time anyway. Like, if this didn't happen, I would low-key just, like, be mining in a quarry right now, getting a bunch of stone to make cobblestone, to do the retainers of a wall, and when that would be finished, I would go, I don't know, it's just a lot of stuff, but, like, generally just, instead of, like, thinking about things, I'd just be playing that, so it's probably for the best. And I'm feeling a lot better than this when I first started. I was already feeling better before I even started, so this has helped. And generally, like, the reason why I just, like, say things to a recording or whatever is just as it's like talking on a bus where everyone is wearing headphones. It's cathartic to, like, say anything and not have to worry. But saying anything on a completely empty bus is, like, a different feeling. It's, like, a generally worse one. And this way, I can actually, like, kind of vent. I don't really have anything else to say, I believe. Life lesson of when you're doing something, think of the best thing to do. And in this situation, it would have been like, if you're gonna live on an island, at least like invite people over to like do stuff or something, or head over there more often, or travel or something. At least try to get a connection or something, or a friend or something. Something. And if anything you can think of for the best thing to do isn't really that good. Like, if the best thing that you can think to do at the current moment is generally just like meh, then probably choose a different like subject matter. And so for this, it would probably be drawing or something. Yeah, I need to think about it more. What do I want to do most right now? Because usually I just default to like wasting time, but like, what do I want to do most? And what the reason I want to do is I'll just end this here. This is just for me. I made sure, but when you private a video, you don't see the channel or anything. So I should be like safe in like putting this like out here, because I don't want like some random person to like message me and just be like, oh, I'm just. It sucks that like the server ended this way for me. But like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I literally have evidence that proves everything, but that's not enough. I don't have, yeah, no. So yeah, I'm gonna go